Welcome to the fourth annual New York City Imagine Awards. We are so proud to be New York's premier nonprofit event, designed to shine a spotlight on the area's most outstanding nonprofit organizations. Thank you for being here tonight, whether virtually or in person at Guastavinos, to celebrate and learn about our amazing finalists and the important work they do to strengthen communities, change lives, and make the New York metropolitan area better on a daily basis. Over the last 4 years, the Imagine Awards has been gaining traction and support, which has enabled us to expand our reach to more nonprofits in the area. Tonight, you will all learn about some incredible organizations that you've never heard of, and hopefully, by the end of the evening, you want to collaborate with and support. Speaking of collaboration, we couldn't do what we do without the generosity and support of our sponsors. Thanks to our friends at Webster Bank, the New York City Imagine Awards Diamond sponsor, each of our 24 finalists will receive $1,000 to help them achieve their missions. This is a true highlight of the night, and I would like to thank Kathleen Stanley, Executive Managing Director, Commercial Banking at Webster Bank, and her team for continuing to make a difference in support of this vital sector.
Hi, Ken. Webster is delighted to return as Diamond sponsor of the Imagine Awards. It was so exciting to have the opportunity to meet the finalists last year and learn about their organizations. The personal connections made at this event are invaluable to us, and the finalists' reactions when receiving their checks in person was priceless. Philanthropy and helping our communities are the cornerstone of Webster's footprint. We are proud to be longtime supporters of the Imagine Awards and thrilled to get additional funding into the hands of these amazing finalist organizations.
Thank you, Kathleen. Your support means so much to everyone. We are especially grateful to you and the rest of our sponsors, our committee, the judges, our finalists, and all of you who are here tonight to celebrate with us.
We are so honored to say thank you to the nonprofit community through an event like this. The Imagine Awards is a special night to honor and connect with these essential organizations.
Well said, Kathleen. Nearly 230 applications were submitted for the 2024 Imagine Awards. Of those, the 24 finalists you'll be meeting tonight represent some of the best that New York City and the boroughs have to offer. The winners of the 6 categories, Arts and Culture, Rising Star, Leadership, DEIA, Innovation, and Social Impact, will be announced live tonight. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to start the show. Ken, take it away. Is everybody super psyched about tonight? All right, that's about a 3. Is everybody super psyched about tonight? Right, feel that energy right there? That's the energy we're gonna keep up all night. You got that? So first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to this amazing venue. Isn't this a great place? I love this place. Now we just got to get them to come down about 20% in price to help celebrate these incredible organizations. If this is your first time to an Imagine Awards, get ready to learn about some incredible organizations, cheer on your favorites, be touched by their work, and definitely find out ways to interact and collaborate, right? That's what we're all about here. We're getting to know each other, to be able to collaborate effectively. You know, tonight's process started back in May with nearly 300 applications that came in. Of those, the 24 finalists represent some of the best that New York City has to offer. The winners of the 6 categories, Arts and Culture, Rising Star, Innovation, Leadership, Social Impact, and Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Accessibility, DEIA, will be announced live tonight, just like we were at the Academy Awards. We also have a fan favorite award where people voted online for their favorite finalist. Although there can only be one winner in each category, as far as I'm concerned, all of you guys are winners. You guys make a difference every single day. Give yourself a round of applause. I would like to thank our major sponsors for the generosity, our Diamond sponsor, Webster Bank, our Platinum sponsors, Alliant Insurance Services. Come on, you can be louder than that. Remember, energy, 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 good. My partners at Serini & Associates, the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation, Flagstar Private Bank, JP Morgan Chase, One Group. Wait, table 9 was supposed to be the loudest. Let's try that again. One Group, and your part-time controller. I think they got you. I want to give a special thanks to the committee that serves as the events board, making important decisions about the event and also helping to move the event forward. You guys all did an amazing job. Can the committee, can you guys just stand up a second? We never give the committee enough recognition. I'd also like to thank our judges who have to have the unenviable task of picking from all of these great organizations the final 24 and ultimately the winners. So judges, can you guys stand up? They're all the way back over there. We had to keep them locked up for the last couple months so that nobody knew who they were and couldn't influence them. I would also like to thank my team at Serini Associates, Christina Liano, Kellyanne Serini, and Hillary Needle, who all worked tireless behind the scenes to make this happen. And finally, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, because without you guys here, I'd look pretty stupid standing up here talking to myself. So in addition to all of you guys in attendance, we also welcome everyone who's participating through our simulcast tonight. So now let's see who's taking home the trophies, the prize money, and of course the bragging rights this year. I'm pleased to introduce our MC. She did such a great job last year. Let's give a warm welcome to Channel 7 Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon to kick off the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ken. I am so happy to be back here for the 4th annual New York City Imagine Awards. This is such a delightful event, and it's such an honor to be here. As a reporter in the wonderful communities of New York City, the stories that I love to tell most are the stories of resiliency. And resiliency requires so much more than just personal strength and determination. It requires innovation. It's knowing how to use the tools to help people do what they need to do to be resilient. It requires ingenuity. It requires ideas and creativity. And those ideas and that innovation are why we're celebrating tonight, because the people in this room have worked together to deliver solutions that help New Yorkers and their many communities with all their socioeconomic diversity and diversity in ability, and that hard work is not always in the forefront, but it is such a huge part of New York's story. So I love that we're here to celebrate your ingenuity, your foresight, and your attention to the problems and solutions, and hopefully support those solutions with some very large checks. Thank you. So we're showcasing this incredibly important work of 24 of New York's most incredible nonprofit organizations. Through the generosity of its sponsors and supporters, the Imagine Awards will put $57,000 in the hands of nonprofit organizations tonight, yes. And as Ken mentioned in the opening video, our friends at Webster Bank have made it possible to provide an additional $1,000 to each finalist organization, and we know that'll be put to great use. So thank you again, Webster Bank. Special and sincere thanks go out to the companies who chose to support the Imagine Awards this year as corporate sponsors. We couldn't do it without you, and we want to welcome and thank our sponsors who have stepped up to take advantage of this unique opportunity. We know that you understand how impactful this platform is and how much good it does for so many people. As Ken said, the 24 finalist organizations are all winners. As finalists, each organization was awarded a video shoot, I love this, that captured the essence of their organization that will show after the nominees in each category are read. And this is such a great tool, the video, to get your messages out there. Special thanks to Michael Sorrentino, Dave Shaw, Wade Shields, and Jesse Vandenberg at Sorrentino Media. Yes, thank you, Sorrentino Media, who did a great job producing and coordinating the videos. These videos are the property of the finalists to use on their websites and in their advertising, courtesy of the New York City Imagine Awards. I just want to remind everyone to please take a look at the journal for details about the event, the finalist organizations, and the sponsors, and definitely take the time to mingle and get to know each other. It is now my pleasure to introduce Courtney Klein and Kelly Klein to present the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation Arts and Culture category, which recognizes the tremendous contributions of arts and culture organizations to New York City, all 5 boroughs.
Hi, I'm Courtney Klein, and my sister Kelly Klein and I are board members of the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation. The foundation's namesake, Claire Friedlander, was a family friend and Holocaust survivor, whose legacy we are proud to steward. Claire loved the arts and prioritized helping New York and New Yorkers. In fact, she's the one who introduced us to the arts and encouraged our involvement in both ballet and piano.
We are proud to sponsor the Imagine Awards Arts and Culture category because Claire also had a true appreciation of all things artistic and understood that creative expression is essential for the survival of the human spirit. Now, more than ever, we understand the significance of sustaining and supporting the arts to bring joy and hope to our community.
This award is available to any arts and/or cultural organization that has had a significant impact in New York and surrounding boroughs. This includes organizations that have had a significant measurable impact on their community, developed new and/or innovative programming, developed effective fee-generating programs, or have demonstrated outstanding achievement in their artistic and/or cultural field.
We are pleased to present the 2024 finalists for the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation Arts and Culture Award. Harlem School of the Arts, New York Foundation for the Arts, Omnium Circus, Young People's Chorus of New York City.
Harlem School of the Arts, HSA, is rooted in the transformative power of arts education. The school began with humble beginnings when soprano singer and HSA founder Dorothy Maynor taught piano lessons in a church basement. Her goal was to provide equal access to arts education in the Harlem community. She started at a time where people weren't just throwing money to Black creators, especially Black women creators and Black founders. 60 years later, her legacy has flourished into comprehensive programs in music, dance, theater, and visual arts, offering students the opportunity to explore their passions and develop essential skills beyond the arts. Outstanding arts education is inextricably linked to transformative youth development. We strive to not only develop artists, but also build their characters. By investing in the creative and personal growth of our youth, HSA plays a vital role in shaping the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and creators. Artists create the world. If you start with your foundation in arts education, there's a plethora of places that you can go.
Artists are what I would call noble warriors of the world. They go out there and they fight every day for civilization to confront itself and lift itself up even higher. The New York Foundation for the Arts is one of the nation's leading arts service organizations. At NYFA, we envision a world where artists thrive in the practice and expression of their creative work, a world that celebrates and supports them. And because of that, we believe that artists in all disciplines should be empowered through funding, professional development, informational resources, and networking opportunities. We also believe in making our programs available for minimal or no expense. Through our work, which we center in diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, we have distributed over $75 million to more than 12,000 artists, developed entrepreneurial programs for thousands of cultural workers, fiscally sponsor over 350 artist projects and emerging arts organizations, and annually serve over 1 million creatives with online opportunities. At NYFA, we are deeply proud to serve our constituents and do all that we can to bring them the attention and support they deserve.
Welcome to the world of Omnium Circus. where the magic of circus meets the power of inclusion. Through entertainment, education, and employment, we've reached over 130,000 individuals, breaking down barriers, creating opportunities, and fostering true belonging. Imagine children with disabilities seeing someone who looks like them doing incredible things. 25% of people have a disability, yet they remain underrepresented in the arts. 90% of us will experience disability at some point in our lives. Access benefits everyone. At Omnium Circus, 40% of our team is persons with disabilities. We're a vibrant tapestry of voices and cultures, proving that when we embrace our differences, we create something beautiful. Imagine children of all ages understanding the potential inside each of us, regardless of the body we inhabit or the skin we are in. Our award-winning programs help build self-confidence, teach tolerance and acceptance in schools, community centers, and corporations. We believe in the transformative power of the circus to bring people together with joy and wonder and to spark change. Imagine the world of Omnium Circus.
I founded the Young People's Chorus of New York City so that every child could reach their full potential, find success and pride through the arts. Teach a child to find their voice and they'll change the world. That's what we believe. YPC is one of the most internationally acclaimed, awarded multicultural children's choirs in the world. But more than that, we are a safe space for children to express themselves.
For over 30 years, we have done just that for over 40,000 children, ages 8 to 18, from every borough of New York City. 85% of YPC's choristers receive scholarships. 70% come from historically underrepresented backgrounds. YPC is a place of love, acceptance, peace, and solidarity. Our choristers stay with us for years and become friends that are like family. We like to say we work in the key of love. That's the key to unlock a lifetime of opportunity.
Through YPC, through the songs that we sing, through the different countries that we go to, we're showing that a beautifully diverse children's choir can make a huge difference, and it allows people to know that there is hope for our future.
And the winner is Young People's Chorus of New York City. Congratulations. Come on up.
I'm gonna set this down. It's heavier than expected. Thank you. We are so excited to be here tonight accepting this award on behalf of YPC's founder and artistic director, Francisco J. Nunez. And we are so grateful to the Imagine Awards for this incredible, incredible honor. Thank you so much. The Young People's Chorus of New York City, as you just heard, was founded by Francisco over 40 years ago with a mission to bring together children from all over New York City, from all walks of life, no matter their race, no matter their religion, no matter their socioeconomic status. All that matters is that these children are able to learn from one another and grow together within a high-quality music education program. Today, YPC serves over 2,000 children via our performance courses, our community programs, and we are in 20 New York City schools. In addition, we go beyond music education to provide academic support to our children at all grade levels, free of charge, including helping them get into college. These children are traveling all over the world, showing everyone what is possible with a commitment to diversity and full access to arts education. Your recognition and financial support allows us to continue this vitally important work for all of the children of New York City. Thank you to the Imagine Awards, and especially to the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation for highlighting the work of all of the nonprofits here tonight. We know we stand with so many outstanding organizations represented here, and we are honored to share this work and this space with you this evening. Thank you.
Congratulations to Young People's Chorus of New York City for their amazing work. Our second award of the night is the Your Part-Time Controller Rising Star Award presented by Ellie Hume. This award recognizes a nonprofit that makes a profound impact with their programs and services, but does so with a much smaller budget.
I'm Ellie Hume, the Northeast Regional Director for Your Part-Time Controller. As the Nonprofit Accounting Specialists, YPTC has been helping nonprofit organizations meet their missions through strong financial management and accounting practices for over 30 years. Today, we are proud to continue supporting the nonprofit community by sponsoring the Rising Star Award. The finalists in the Rising Star category are nimble, creative, and fiercely determined to execute their missions as proof that big things often come in small packages. By operating their organizations with significant impact, in spite of limited financial and staffing resources, these nonprofits exemplify a determination to succeed and affect change on a grand scale. The YPTC Rising Star Award recognizes a nonprofit generating under $5 million in revenue for its outstanding innovation, impact, and achievements in meeting its mission. The award will be given to an organization who demonstrates an outstanding record of sustained achievement and financial performance, in addition to building a reputation for excellence within the community. The finalists are Andromeda Community Initiative, Inc., Computers for People, Grassroots Grocery, and Teens for Food Justice.
The Andromeda Community Initiative is an organization that works with people who are in need, people overcoming barriers such as criminal justice reentry, homelessness, people who are really down on their luck but looking for a better future. And we help them engage in the field of construction by giving them necessary certifications and hands-on experience that allows them to get working and get going in the field. This training costs nothing to the participant. We provide them with weeks of training, either 5 weeks or 8 weeks, depending on whether they're doing our green training or our masonry training, all the tools necessary, safety, PPE, free lunch while they're in the program, and they also get transportation and Metro cards for many of our programs. At the Andromeda Community Initiative, we're trying to meet the needs of both employers and participants. Employers have the work. There's a lot of jobs out there related to energy efficiency, there's new construction, there's building restoration. I love seeing our participants coming back. Run certain incentives where they can come in with a pay stub and demonstrate that they're employed, and I hear them working, I hear them moving to higher levels in companies, and really seeing that connection between them and the program and how they feel it made a difference for them is what rewards me.
Hello, I'm Dylan Zajac, founder of Computers for People. Our mission is to bridge the digital divide by collecting, refurbishing, and donating computers to individuals and organizations in under-resourced communities to promote equity and access to opportunity. I originally started Computers for People when I was in high school here in New York City. I used to go to thrift stores around Brooklyn, New York, pick up and buy old computers and technology, refurbish it, and sell it online. And through that venture, I saw that so many people don't know how to get rid of their computers, and so many people needed access to computers and couldn't afford them, even though they needed them for jobs, education, and telehealth resources. The people that do have technology think that almost everyone in the country has technology and has access to it and knows how to use it, but that's just not the case. There's over 22 million people in the United States alone that don't have access to technology. We're trying to bridge that divide. We now partner with over 500 nonprofits across New Jersey, New York City, and Massachusetts that nominate people in need that are all low income, whether they're students, formerly incarcerated individuals, senior citizens, veterans, refugees. We're here to help them, not only get them access to technology, teach them how to use that technology. We can really break barriers and close divides just with technology. And that really excites me.
At Grassroots Grocery, we host produce parties every Saturday. What's a produce party? Well, it's an inclusive, community-driven event where neighbors of all kinds come together to rescue and distribute over 10,000 pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables to families across dozens of neighborhoods throughout Upper Manhattan, Harlem, and the Bronx. In just a few hours every Saturday, our volunteers help nourish over 1,000 families, all while building stronger, more connected communities.
These produce parties are about more than just food. They're about fostering connections and inspiring all generations to serve. It's really important to work with and to serve with people from different backgrounds because those are where the conversations happen, not just serving communities, but serving and nourishing each other by just sharing our worlds with each other through service. Join us in reshaping how communities thrive, driven by the power of neighbors helping neighbors.
If you're not totally sure about what this produce party thing is or what, this Grassroots Grocery thing is about, just come to the Bronx on a Saturday and meet us at a produce party. And that's the way you're gonna find out. And I will see you there.
Every year, 250,000 New York City kids and their families struggle to afford 3 meals each day, let alone good quality, fresh, healthy food any day. Our children deserve better. Teens for Food Justice is building a food-secure future through school-based, youth-led hydroponic farming. We build hydroponic farms in public schools in our city's food insecure communities and empower youth to grow tens of thousands of pounds of fresh produce for their schools' cafeterias, their families, and their neighbors.
It's a game changer when you're living in a place like New York City and we don't have land, and it's just so hard to even get a plot some places at your local community garden. So hydroponics opened up a whole new realm of possibilities. Our farms serve as STEM education, green workforce development, and nutrition, health, and advocacy training hubs that give students the agency and confidence to close these equity gaps and lead themselves and others to healthier futures. As a former Teens for Food Justice student, and now a senior farmer educator, I am so proud to partner with our next generation in creating an effective and sustainable path to food security for all.
Good evening, everybody. As a sponsor, you don't get to preview that. You don't see how amazing the people are in these videos. And these are really, truly rising stars. Can we just give another round of applause, please? And I also just want to say that everybody that's being honored tonight is a rising star and a shining star for this amazing city of New York. Thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful work that you all do to make this a great place to work and to live. So with that, I'm gonna get a little choked up because I know a lot of people in this room and I'm very excited to make this announcement. Congratulations, Grassroots Grocery.
Wow. Hey, everybody. I wrote a little acceptance speech. Thank you to the NYC Imagine Awards for the honor. But honestly, I shouldn't be the one accepting this because Grassroots Grocery really isn't about me. It's about you. It's about a community of neighbors. I'm going to put this mic up. It's about a community of neighbors helping neighbors who are showing up every single Saturday to make sure that families have fresh, healthy food. And the award belongs to our volunteers, it belongs to our partners, and it belongs to every person who believes in the power of community to make lasting change. So thank you for recognizing that vision and for standing with us as we keep nourishing New York City, one neighbor in one neighborhood at a time. And I hope that all of you come and join us on a Saturday at a produce party in the Bronx. Looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you.
So great. I love these videos and the quality of the production that are really getting these messages out. Congratulations once again to Grassroots Grocery. And now, presenting the Alliant Leadership Excellence Award is John Cunningham. Now, this award recognizes nonprofit leaders who not only advocate for their missions, but consistently operate in a way that is innovative and impactful. This nonprofit leader is a change maker, not only within his or her organization, but for the community as a whole.
Hi, I'm John Cunningham, Executive Vice President of Alliant Insurance Services. The not-for-profit sector requires strong leaders who must navigate ever-changing landscape of government regulations, fundraising, program performance, and staffing challenges. These dedicated individuals, whether professionals or through volunteer service, are more essential than ever before and, quite frankly, awe-inspiring. The finalists in the Leadership Excellence Award have to contend with unforeseen daily challenges, shrinking budgets, and often limited staff, yet they never lose sight of their missions. We are proud to sponsor the Leadership Excellence Award and applaud your service for going up and beyond every day. The Alliant Leadership Excellence Award recognizes an exemplary not-for-profit leader who may be an executive director, board member, staff member, or volunteer whose accomplishments have advanced his or her organization as well as had a profound impact on the community as a whole. Aside from being an innovative thinker, an individual who operates with impact and strives to drive social change, this leader must be a fierce advocate for their organization and its mission. The 2024 Imagine Award Leadership Excellence finalists exemplify these qualities. Domestic Violence Project at the Urban Justice Center, Maria Martinez, Director of Client Services. Inspiring Minds New York City, Katrina Perot, Executive Director. Little Flower, Children and Family Services of New York, Corrine Hammonds, President and CEO. The McCartan Foundation for Developmental Disabilities, Cecilia McCartan, MD, Founder.
I've been in this field for 30 years, and I still get excited by the work we do for clients. I want survivors to know that domestic violence doesn't define them. I want them to feel seen. One of my favorite things to run are empowerment groups. What's most important is their survivors can build community with each other. I love that at DVP, I can use what I'm hearing from our clients to keep on coming up with creative, new programming ideas and put them into action.
The Domestic Violence Project helps survivors of intimate partner violence and their children live free from abuse. We serve approximately 1,600 clients every single year. It was always my dream to give survivors the highest quality of services in both legal and non-legal matters. And crucially, what they need aside from high quality services is, quite frankly, to be treated as a human being, to be validated in their experience. This dream was fully realized when Maria came on board. She transformed the way we serve our survivors. She transformed the way we do our work, how we treat each other, and the clients simply adore her.
Our groups are created to create a safe space for them to hear, for them to get support, but most importantly, for them to learn to love themselves.
Inspiring Minds NYC empowers youth to address community issues through culturally responsive educational programs. Growing up, I was fortunate to have a community that helped me overcome tough obstacles. In contrast, during a 2019 focus group, I was struck by how disconnected our students felt from their broader community. In response, I designed our model to serve as an infrastructure that enables us to be the village our children need to grow into strong leaders.
I met Katrina in 1998 when she was a basketball player at Penn State University. She was an active member of my student organization called The Bigger Picture that empowered student athletes to use their platform to invest back in their communities. 25 years later, Katrina is not only my boss, but a visionary who has created a groundbreaking organization that has inspired commitments from various stakeholders throughout the city.
I would say my leadership style is circular. There's really not just one person at the front all the time. I kind of see myself as like a point guard. Based on the situation at hand, who needs to have the ball? These kids are already leaders. It's just helping them to see the leadership that they already have within. Our kids have come up with so many different innovative programs that are actually addressing issues in our community. So not only am I listening to them and challenging them to think outside the box, I'm also providing them with the resources.
I'm Corinne Hammonds, President and CEO of Little Flower. Little Flower is a great old New York City charity. It's been around since the 1920s. We've helped thousands of kids and families. In my 9 years with Little Flower, the organization has increased human service salaries for our staff, expanded our therapeutic mental health services, become sanctuary certified, and launched an innovation fund to resource urgent needs. We also opened a new family enrichment center called the Brooklyn Nest, which just celebrated its 1-year anniversary as a welcoming space for community members in Bed-Stuy to gather and support one another. I often describe my leadership style both internally and externally as friendly and fair, but firm and purposeful. Looking toward the future, I continue to see my role as a steward of this great organization, ensuring we adapt and innovate to meet the needs of families and enrich our communities for another 95 years.
We at the McCartan Center focus on one particular area of development. It's a center for autism. These children have cognitive issues, they have speech and language issues, they have behavioral issues. We have therapists that are specialists in all of these areas.
When I first walked into the McCartan Center, I was surprised to see that my son felt very much at home. And it wasn't common for him to feel at home anywhere except for our home at that time in his life. I don't believe Dr. McCartan would ever put her name on anything that she didn't completely believe in and that she wasn't involved in 100%.
I've never worked with such a group of people that are so dedicated to children. The best part of my day is sometimes I'm out in the waiting room and the kids come through the doors and they see their teachers and they run to their teachers and they're smiling and they're laughing. And I think, wow, that kid used to come here and be screaming and crying. And now look at him. I mean, he's so happy to come here because they know they're loved. And that's just, to me, a reason to get up in the morning.
For those who have been here before, I didn't plan it, but if you see in the video, I am wearing a white shirt and the same tie. I didn't plan that. That's yet the second year in a row. I got to get new ties or something. I don't know what's going on there. But thanks for coming out tonight. Again, this is a great event, so well put together. We appreciate it. All of our partners also co-sponsors, I want to say thank you to those as well. I made a decision when I was sitting there, when Ken was talking about the sponsorships, that I'm only going to watch WABC. I mean, I'm not, forget about 2-4. Yeah, there's choices, but I'm going to watch 7. That's it. That's, what are we talking about? It's over. Also, I'm probably going to move I'm going to split my banking up, but it's only going to be JP Morgan Chase and Webster Bank. And my good friends at One Group, right there at number 9. We're share parking. There you go. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. All these, obviously, contestants and organizations are all deserving. So, but we're going to open up the winner right now. So, ta-da. Let's bring up the point guard, Inspiring Minds, Katrina.
Wow, they gave me a check on the spot, a real check. Thank you. One second. So good evening, everyone. So first and foremost, I want to thank the Imagine Awards team for this honor. Thank you. 6 years ago, I took a leap of faith and left my job to build a ground-up institution. A ground-up institution meaning an institution that's built by us, for us. And the reason why that was important to me is because prior to starting Inspiring Minds, I worked for 5 different nonprofits that had all-white leadership, but we were serving 100% Black and brown communities. And eventually, I became an executive, and I was, on a regular basis, the only Black person in board meetings, the only Black person in executive leadership meetings. And I didn't always agree with decisions that were being made, but I was outnumbered. So I decided to create an institution, Inspiring Minds in New York City, where we can build our own institutions and make decisions. I worked for, they were great organizations, but I found it a little bit, it wasn't no justice in the fact that my nonprofits in my community didn't have money and were struggling for resources. And it eventually got to the point where I could no longer stay where I was at in good conscience. I put it in my heart to change course, and I took a leap of faith to resign from my job to build Inspiring Minds in New York City. Receiving this award 5 years later is validation that I made the right decision. I am most grateful for my team, for believing in my vision, adding on to my vision, and making the decision to spend 40 hours a week to manifest it into reality. Thank you for believing in me, for looking to me as a leader, and for working by my side as colleagues the past 6 years. I am because we are, and because we are, therefore I am. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to Inspiring Minds of New York City. It's so inspiring to hear those personal stories that build these incredible organizations. And I love seeing some of the archive photos and video behind those stories. An incredible example of leadership. The Imagine Awards recognizes the importance of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility within nonprofit organizations and their programming. We first introduced this category in 2023, Thanks to JP Morgan Chase for sponsoring the DEIA Award. Wendy Velasquez will be presenting it.
I'm Wendy Velasquez, one of JP Morgan Chase's community managers here in New York City. Chase is one of the largest and most recognized banks in the country. But while many people know our logo, not everyone knows about our commitment to uplifting the communities we serve. Every day, I work with my neighbors on the Lower East Side, sharing financial health education that helps expand their access to banking and connecting them with tools and resources that create a more inclusive economy. And this work isn't unique to New York City. Across the nation, over 150 community managers are hard at work in neighborhoods from Atlanta to Los Angeles. This work in mind, we are honored to once again sponsor the JP Morgan Chase Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Accessibility Award, which recognizes an organization that prioritizes DEIA within its mission or its operations. The finalists in this category respond to the intense need for programming that best serves New York City's diverse communities. These nonprofits have proven that addressing these issues is a primary focus, not only through their services and programs, but as a pillar that is deeply woven into their organizational culture. This award recognizes organizations that deepen and expand their impact through program design and delivery, staff recruitment and engagement, leadership development and excellence, volunteerism, and donor engagement. On behalf of JP Morgan Chase, thank you for everything that you do. The finalists of the 2024 New York City Imagine Awards JP Morgan Chase DEIA Award are Barrier-Free Living, Big Brothers Big Sisters of New York City, Fiverr Children's Foundation, Good Shepherd Services.
Barrier-Free Living is a domestic violence organization that serves people with disabilities. Currently, we offer 3 programs, which include Secret Garden, our domestic violence community-based services, Freedom House, a fully accessible domestic violence crisis shelter, and Barrier-Free Living Apartments, a supportive housing program for people with disabilities.
A lot of assumptions are made in regards to a person with a disability, and that's the great piece in regards to this program, is that not only is it that we work with those with a disability, but many of us also have a disability. So we have that lens to be able to be more sensitive in regards to the client's needs and also think outside the box as to how to be able to serve the client and just be more accessible. And although I cannot say that I have the same exact disability as you, I can absolutely understand how living in an ableist society can absolutely make you feel many times alone or not worthy, but this is a safe place that you can feel worthy, and also that you are able to do more than society has told you can do.
For our future, we're currently building Freedom Village, which is another supportive housing program on the Lower East Side that will serve domestic violence survivors with disabilities and the elderly.
We ignite the potential of young people across the city. Our goal is to make sure that every young person who wants a mentor has access to one. And a mentor's role here is really to be a guide, someone who's there to connect with them, spend time with them, and really build a relationship that has a lasting impact on their lives. For both parties, our bigs will often talk about how much they get from the relationship as much as the littles do. We have programs that are designed specifically for immigrant youth, designed for LGBTQ+ youth. Oftentimes, we are the organization that others around the country look at to set the example for types of programming to develop and what they should look like.
We currently have our D&I Council, whose sole focus is to be the ear, the eye, and the heart of the organization itself.
It is young people who are part of our program that step forward and get a chance to weigh in on different program ideas that we're working with, different policy ideas that we're focused on, and really provides young people a voice in shaping the organization.
We have goals that are centered not only on D&I, but they are departmental goals as well as individual goals, and to implementing it in the daily work that they do with our littles. Those are the spaces that we offer, and we want to make sure that our team is aligned with our values and that they are working in order to advance D&I for us as an organization. In this world that we live in, if we want to create a better future for ourselves and for our kids, we need to be involved. And there's no better way than mentorship. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone.
Fiverr, we take a slow and steady approach over 10 years to building relationships and developing social, emotional, and life skills that lead to positive outcomes for youth. But it doesn't end there. Once a Fiverr, always a Fiverr. So we continue to support young people through their adulthood. Also, we focus on social and emotional learning. It's really important that we help young people develop confidence, have a sense of being a community builder, a team player, being compassionate and respectful. Fiverr serves young people from systemically under-resourced backgrounds. These are young people who live in New York City and also in central New York near our summer camp.
In terms of what it looks like for them, I think it's just investing in them and giving them perspectives that are going to allow them to be more confident when they step into spaces, connect with other people who may be from different backgrounds or have different experiences from them. And then the other is really around the environment and what it looks like to be good stewards of our planet and care. So I think those things taken together are really what sets the experience and the programming apart. You talk to parents in our different programs and events, and they say, I don't know what I would have done without Fiverr. And there's no strangers at Fiverr. There's no, you're from this background. That all kind of melts away. It is truly a community, and it truly feels like a family.
We serve children, youth, and families in some of the most under-resourced communities in New York City. They are almost overwhelmingly people of color and individuals who are interacting with institutions like schools in their communities that have really been stripped of resources over time. We have a wide range of different kinds of programs. I would say that education and youth and family development and trauma-informed responsiveness are really at the core of everything that we do.
So our new strategic plan, which just came out last year, we have a direction devoted to the economic mobility of our participants. When we're talking about racial justice, if it doesn't have an economic mobility lens, it is missing a core component because our infrastructure in this country is very much rooted in both a class and racial system. And so if we're doing our job really, really well, which is to put ourselves out of business, essentially, that's what nonprofits should be doing. We are creating individuals who can thrive and be able to navigate a system. And that means they have to have the economic resources to independently navigate that system.
Good evening, everyone. All right, JP Morgan, it is a proud sponsor and also founder of the DEIA Award. And I am truly honored to stand here before you today to celebrate an organization that exemplifies the values of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. This organization has not only recognized the importance of these principles, but has woven them into the very fabric of their mission. Today, we celebrate not just the achievements, but the unwavering dedication to fostering a workplace and programming where everyone can succeed. Let us continue to champion DEIA in every aspect of our lives, inspired by the examples set by this remarkable organization. And the award goes to Fiverr's Children's Foundation.
Woo, thank you. Thank you so much. We are truly honored to receive this recognition. At the Fiverr Children's Foundation, we deeply believe that the diversity of opinions and experiences in our boardroom and throughout our organization make us stronger. We are committed to providing young people with what they need to thrive, recognizing that each one of them requires something unique. Above all, we believe that everyone deserves to feel that our mission, our programs, and our practices have been crafted with their needs, their strengths, and their aspirations in mind. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the New York City Imagine Awards, JP Morgan, and all of our fellow nonprofits who work tirelessly alongside us. You are truly appreciated. Finally, a special thank you to the entire Fiverr community. Our board, our staff, our youth, our supporters, and our alumni. You have fostered an affirming culture that values diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging, and accessibility, and you embody those values every day. Thank you.
So what do you think so far? Some pretty incredible organizations, right? Wait, there's more. Before we break for dinner, I got one important piece of business I want to discuss. So I'd like to once again recognize and thank our diamond sponsor, Webster Bank. And it's my pleasure to welcome my friend, Kathleen Stanley, Executive Managing Director, Commercial Banking at Webster Bank, to the stage to say a few words, and most importantly, to distribute the $1,000 checks to the 24 finalists in the room.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Isn't this an amazing, amazing evening? Thank you to all of you who are here. I know we covered this in the video introduction, but on behalf of Webster and my amazing team, some of who are here tonight, we wanted to acknowledge what an important event the Imagine Awards is for the New York City not-for-profit space and how proud we are to be able to contribute additional funds to the outstanding organizations here tonight. You are all winners. If one representative from each of the finalist organizations can meet us on stage as we break for dinner, we would love to personally meet you and present each of you with a $1,000 check and take a photo. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, dinner's about to come out. We're going to take a 45-minute break to eat dinner and do some networking. If anyone feels so moved to support the Imagine Awards, there's a QR code on your table. Please feel free to scan and give us a donation. Got to get a plug-in. That's what we do. We'd also really appreciate any support, but most importantly, please take a few minutes to meet some of the finalists and sponsors. There's a seating chart on the table also, so you can kind of see where everybody's sitting. So again, just please go mingle and everything. Also, before we break, just a little bit of housekeeping. For the winners, we are going to be taking a group photo after the event tonight. So if all of the winners can have a representative come up after the event to take that group photo, I would totally appreciate it. For those of you who are attending virtually, grab some food and enjoy last year's highlights, and we'll be back in 45 minutes. Thanks, everyone.
hopefully not only have you been enjoying the lovely food and the atmosphere here, but hopefully you've been getting to meet some of the wonderful people in the room and get to know them a little bit better. I will say that there is also a table here, number 2, of some of the lovely folks I work with at WABC, including some of the, hi guys, including some incredible producers of our public affairs shows, Tiempo and Here and Now, if you guys are familiar. And so they are watching closely and getting as inspired as all of you are and would love to tell your stories. So please mingle with the folks from Channel 7 Eyewitness News. I'm now proud to introduce Tamara Postilion of Flagstar Private Bank, who will present the Flagstar Private Bank Fan Favorite Award.
Hi, everybody. I'm really so pleased to present the Flagstar Fan Favorite Award. What I really love about this award is that all of the finalists were eligible to win. Public voting took place online, and over 9,000 votes were cast. The winner will receive a check for $3,000 as the fan favorite. The 4 organizations with the most votes were Brave House, Domestic Violence Project at the Urban Justice Center, Good Shepherd Services, and Grassroots Grocery. And the winner is Brave House.
Wow. Thank you, everybody. I am so delighted and honored and honestly relieved that we won this voting competition because, yes, thank you. I texted literally everybody that I know to vote for us, friends I haven't spoken to in years, people on the subway, my gynecologist. It was like really out of control. So the other day I was in my driveway taking the groceries out of my car, and my neighbor ran towards me and said, "Did you guys win?" And I was like, "I don't know yet. I don't know, Jim." But I am gonna tell Jim right when I get back to my seat that we won. I'm Lauren, by the way. I'm a human rights lawyer. I'm the founder of the Brave House. And deeply, deeply from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this support. We work with young immigrant and refugee girls and women, all 5 boroughs and Long Island from 37 different countries. And we really are creating a world where all girls can thrive, lead, and belong. So thank you, everybody. I should remember the check.
Well, congratulations, the fans have spoken. Now, the One Group Innovation Award rewards an organization for using creativity and ingenuity to meet a programmatic need, operational challenge, or fundraising campaign. Presenting the award tonight is Pierre Morisseau.
Hi, I'm Pierre Morisseau, Chief Executive Officer of One Group, a leading risk management, insurance brokerage, and employee benefits firm. We are very proud to sponsor the One Group Award for Innovation. By the nature of what we do, we understand the concept of risk. However, risk is essential for these innovative nonprofit organizations to get creative and develop new strategies to advance their missions. It can be scary, but also very rewarding. We see you. The finalists in the innovation category have launched new programs, challenged the old way of doing things, and bravely taking a novel idea from concept to implementation. They embrace the innovative spirit to move their missions forward by listening to the needs of the community, donors, and staff. Whether operational, programmatic, or for fundraising, these organizations have embraced the challenge of making something out of nothing and spinning it to their advantage. The 2024 finalists in the innovation category are Inspiring Minds, New York City, Teens for Food Justice, The Brave House, and Ileana Leadership Foundation, Incorporated.
I'm Connected, an entrepreneurship program launched by our youth leaders in 2021, was originally created to address the mental health challenges they face due to pandemic-related disconnection. They encourage their peers to design and lead programs that foster connection and address community issues. With funding and technical support, they turn their visions into reality and prove to the world they are capable and have solutions.
I'm 20 years old and I own my own business, and not a lot of people can say that, and I think that was really where I Am Connected has really helped me flourish. I learned how to harness my power to solve problems in my community. By examining my community's history and current state, I found a direct correlation between the lack of resources and ineffective ways to civically engage young people. Therefore, I created Chuck's Roundtable, which breaks down politics in a way that's easy and fun to understand. And since launching in 2022, I have expanded to 6 NYC public schools and counting.
It's innovative because I've never seen or worked for an organization where the model is 100% led by high school kids. And the reason why they're so joyful when they're running their programs is because it's from them. They created it.
Last spring, Teens for Food Justice expanded its innovative hydroponic farming, health, nutrition, and food justice education program to pilot a groundbreaking food policy internship in support of a specific piece of legislation, the Big Apple Kids Meal Campaign. This project was a unique collaboration between key policy and health organizations and a TFFJ partner school to empower youth to work towards legislative change. When young people are involved with one another, they become committed to building that world.
For 2 months, 8 students studied food policy and proposed legislation requiring restaurants to incorporate healthy food and beverage nutrition standards into kids' meals. They presented these recommendations to community stakeholders at the end of their internship. Thanks to the project's success, all partners have committed to its continuation, expanding the internship to a full semester, deepening the curriculum, and working to make it available to more schools next year.
Here at the Brave House, we support young immigrant and refugee women of color ages 16 to 24 in New York City. We provide legal aid, leadership training, school and job advocacy, mental health services, and fun community events. Many of our members are survivors of gender-based violence, so we strive to be a beacon of empowerment and joy and disrupt cycles of poverty and violence.
We are very excited about our Healing Room, which is a multi-sensory, nature-inspired, research-backed recharging space designed for Brave House members to regulate their emotions, practice self-care, and heal. By offering our powerful legal aid and transformative therapy in this wellness space, we are disrupting the mainstream practice of legal spaces that are intimidating and intense.
Joining the Brave House is the most amazing thing you could ever do. They help you become more involved in the community. They help you learn how to basically love yourself. You know, because as an immigrant, it's hard sometimes to love yourself because you feel like, oh, you're from the outside, but they make you feel like you're part of the society. You're part of America.
Our community is made up of so many wonderful young immigrant women from the entire globe, from Mexico to Ukraine to Rwanda to Ecuador to Bangladesh. Everyone is welcome at the Brave House.
The national college graduation rate for first generation and low income, historically underserved students is 11 to 12%. Ileana's college graduation rate for the same population is 83%. Our flagship program is Ileana Leadership Academy, which is a traditional summer camp experience and a college access experience. There's also a tremendous amount of mentoring that happens because the staff is very close in age to the students. We hire folks who are generally in college or right out of it. We try to make sure that our staff population reflects that of our students, which is 95% BILPOC. And we try to hire folks who've had some financial challenges going to college so that when the kids ask questions about, dude, this is what happened on my FAFSA, the staff could be like, yeah, that happened to me too, here's what to do.
The moment that you're just like creating your account, it's just like the whole portal is like mimicking the common app, so that like the moment that you land into the portal, you're actually like basically starting what it's gonna look like when you're just like going through the whole college process. Portal makes it like really easy to keep in touch with the kids. We are still in touch with them even though they are in school. And if they have like a problem, they can just like text us.
I have never met another nonprofit that has anything like what we have. And so one of the things that we're trying to do is figure out how we can repackage it for other nonprofits who need exactly the same thing that we did, but weren't necessarily able to make the investment.
Good evening, everyone. Just sit back and think about how inspiring all these people are. How inspiring all of you are to be here tonight to recognize them. I also want to do a quick shout out to Ken and more importantly Hillary for their innovation in creating this. It's one thing to do good, but it's amazing to be seen, right? We all like to be acknowledged for it. And I think this is a wonderful venue to see how many people in our city and our country have taken the courage to see a problem, take action, and make a difference. So for all of that, I thank all of you. It's important, and I just can't imagine a better indicator of that than to see all the smiles in those videos. That's powerful. To know you touched someone, to make a difference in their lives, and to see it in a smile is amazing. So I think in my mind, you're all winners tonight, and I appreciate you. So give yourselves a round of applause. By the way, I never know what I'm going to say when I get up here, so it makes some people nervous. All right, and the winner is Teens for Food Justice. Woo!
Well, I am blown away, really. Thank you so much. Good evening. And thank you, NYC Imagine and One Group, for this distinction. To be in a room like this with so many incredible organizations working for positive change in our society is, and to be selected for this award is just an incredible honor. I really appreciate it. I am honored to accept the Innovation Award on behalf of Teens for Food Justice in recognition of our new food policy internship. This award is really a reflection of the work of TFFJ's program team and the 8 incredible high school students and their teachers who dedicated themselves to this innovative pilot program. These interns spent 8 intensive weeks last spring studying food systems and policy and their impact on food security and health. They developed a robust food justice advocacy campaign to address these issues and the larger social issues that underlie these problems, and made recommendations for actual legislation, the Big Apple Kids Meal campaign, to New York City Council, and they'll be testifying in front of Council in November, which is really exciting. Thank you. 3 of these interns will continue their work this year, thanks in no small part to this generous award. It's an incredible thing to see how these kids have grown and the confidence that they have in their voices. They just spoke on a panel at our annual fundraiser in front of like 200 people last week about the work that they're doing. It's just miraculous what kids can do and the confidence they can have in themselves and their belief and their ability to make change if they're given the opportunity to do so. Please accept our most sincere gratitude for allowing us to continue this work building food and health equity through youth leadership in New York and beyond.
Congratulations again to Teens for Food Justice. What a great organization. Next up, the Cerini and Associates Social Impact Award, which recognizes the impact an organization has had both from a micro and a macro perspective. So the micro perspective is the impact on the people served, and the macro perspective is the impact on the overall community. Presenting the Cerini and Associates 2024 Social Impact Award is Manaz Cavalluzzi.
I'm Manaz Cavalluzzi, Director at Cerini & Associates, and I'm excited to present the Cerini & Associates LLP Social Impact Award. For more than 30 years, we have worked with over 300 nonprofit organizations and have a keen understanding of how important it is for nonprofits to operate with impact while delivering their essential services to the community. The Cerini & Associates Social Impact Award finalists are being recognized because these organizations operate with significant intent and focus on how to achieve their missions. Efficient resource management is the foundation of nonprofit operations, and these nonprofits recognize the importance of prioritizing data and metrics to best guide their programming and campaigns. In addition, they are responsive to the evolving needs of those they serve, their donors, strategic partners, and governmental agencies. This award will be given to a nonprofit that measures success not just by meeting its mission, but by affecting the surrounding community. Impact goes beyond the number of children served, shelters provided, and mouths fed. Impact looks at how the organization touched the New York City community as a whole and how the results have been measured. The 2024 finalists in the Cerini & Associates Social Impact Award are being recognized because they have successfully leveraged their operations to create a lasting impression of social impact across the New York metro region. The finalists are Children's Museum of Manhattan, Darot Inc., iMentor Incorporated, Venture House.
The Children's Museum of Manhattan is certainly not your typical museum. It's not a place where things live behind glass walls to look at. We create art installations that invite them to climb and explore and color on and be part of. We have visiting artists that make art with children. We have exhibits that are developed over years, working with academic advisors who bring their research to understanding how children learn at every age and stage of life. And so, when we think about the vulnerability of families who are separated through incarceration, we're exactly the right place to bring them.
This is a national program model. We are the first museum to have these kind of in-person visits with currently incarcerated parents, and we are the first museum to create learning hubs at Rikers in the family facilities, at the women's facility and also at the men's. The ultimate goal of the program is to see if the bond between parent and child can remain intact as best it can during incarceration, and therefore hoping to combat recidivism that can often happen with incarcerated individuals and their families.
This is their third space. They're raising their children here, and it takes a village to raise a child, and we really are proud to be part of the village that's raising New York City's children.
I've been the executive director at DeRote for 15 years. It's the best job I've ever had. I can see that we're making a difference every single day in improving the quality of life of all of the individuals who participate in our programs. DeRote is a Hebrew word meaning generations. For 49 years, DeRote has been working to be able to bring the generations together and address the issue of social isolation and loneliness. We have a wide array of programs which help bring the generations together. We have an extensive friendly visiting program, which is supported by DeRote social workers, and they match an older adult with a younger person, and they try to find that there's something in common so that there's an opportunity to build a relationship. We offer peer-to-peer programs for older adults. We're able to offer programming at DeRote, which includes everything from exercise classes to art classes and just opportunities for people to interact with one another. It's just so incredibly rewarding when we can see that we are helping people to stay engaged and connected, and we're making a difference in improving their quality of life. And what's better than that?
iMentor is a national mentoring organization that supports more than 3,000 students in New York City every single school year. We partner with under-resourced high schools that are located in communities that qualify as low income and where the overwhelming majority of students will be the first in their families to attend college.
One of the special things about the iMentor program is that when we partner with the school, every single student in the school will get a mentor. And what's beautiful about this program model is a particular student might not think that college is for them. But when they look around their class and see that every student is engaged with a mentor and everyone is talking about what their college plans are like, then the possibility of a post-secondary education becomes so much more real and feels so much more attainable. At iMentor, we do not screen our students. We do not have students apply. We have a deep, equitable belief that there is a college program for every student out there, and a deep belief that every student can be a successful iMentor student.
We really want to ensure that every single student, regardless of their background, regardless of where they live, regardless of what they look like, that they have equal access to a college degree. We know that over the course of a lifetime, a degree holder will make about $1 million more than a non-degree holder, and that amount of money can have a really large impact on generational wealth and wealth within a community.
The Clubhouse model, which Venture House follows, is an intentional model whereby we create relationships with people living with serious mental health conditions to help people feel needed, wanted, expected. And through those relationships, we build trust, and people actually get better. They develop a sense of trust, and through that sense of trust and purpose, through purposeful activities, it's not just the relationships, it's the purposeful activities that we find some magic happens.
Venture House is the place to be. Venture House, you will find family, community, you will get everything you need, all one-stop shop. That's what Venture House is.
Mental illness doesn't discriminate. Are there people in the subway who are dealing with mental health challenges? Yes. And are they very visible? Yes. These are people that are hurting, who are not getting the support and the treatment that they need. And there are family members who are at home who it might not be so apparent, where people are hurting inside as well. Again, mental illness does not discriminate against race, religion, socioeconomic status, or anything.
For 36 years, we have fostered hope, recovery, and quality of life for individuals and families. Join the club.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed the program so far. Before I announce the winner of the Serenian Associates Social Impact Award. I want to take a moment to congratulate all 24 of the finalists this evening. The Imagine Awards gives an opportunity to showcase so many important nonprofits, support their missions, and just highlight the good that they are doing for our local community. So the winner is Children's Museum of Manhattan.
Thank you. I'm really here on behalf of my colleague Leslie Bouchard in the back, who's been at this work for 25 years and never gives up. The Children's Museum of Manhattan has been committed for 50 years to setting up all of our city's children to thrive in school, in life, and in their communities. And we are deeply honored to do the work of reuniting families separated through incarceration in our museum and by installing components of our museum in the family visitation centers on Rikers Island. We do this work because it reduces recidivism. We do this work because children need their parents. We do this work because children are the silent victims of a broken justice system. We do this work because we know children of incarcerated parents are up to 6 times more likely to enter the criminal justice system themselves. And by nurturing a solid bond between these families, we can change their trajectory for the better. We do this work because we know 90% of a child's brain development happens before they ever turn age 5, and research shows children of incarcerated parents lag behind their peers on measures of vocabulary development, reading comprehension, math performance, and problem solving. And children who enter school below grade level can spend their entire academic lives trying to make up for that achievement gap, and many never do. We do this work because it so deeply matters. We do this work because when we say all children matter, we truly mean all children. Thank you for shining a light on these families, and thank you for shining a light on the Children's Museum of Manhattan.
Congratulations, Children's Museum of Manhattan. So we're kind of winding down the night. Before we go any further, I just want to remind everybody, all the winners, at the end of the night, please come up here so we can get a photo. Before we kind of break for the night, we have a bloopers reel, and I think it's kind of the highlight of the night, so let's see how it goes.
Did we start recording?
Go.
And is where I'm looking, right?
Looking at that.
Got it.
So I'll try to do it like casually.
I'm nervous, guys.
It's my first time.
I'm gonna like rock this.
I think I got it.
I'm just gonna have you walk with me through life.
Here we go, ready?
Let's do this.
Let's just go from the top.
Let's take one for a test run.
We're not doing bloopers, right?
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oops, I screwed up. Messed up.
Oh, sorry.
I flubbed up the first line.
Why am I screwing that up?
I keep screwing that one up.
That's not a good answer.
Companies often didn't know how to get.
We are proud to continue support.
As a team.
Oh, I didn't like that. Start.
I'm sorry, can I start over?
Can I start that over?
Let me start over.
We're gonna have to do that one again. Is that better? I have no idea what I said.
Wait, is that what that says?
I feel like I don't know how to read.
I need to read instead of doing what I usually say.
It's me, it's who I am.
Can I get some water?
Couple of little stumbles, but that's all right.
Might get it better on the second one.
Take 2.
I don't have to do it again?
We'll do it
No!
one more time.
Really? I'm having fun! Can we do it again?
Sorry, we're gonna do some off script though.
Oh, off script. Oh, yes, I forgot about that part. Okay.
No, this
Oh, wait,
is-
I think I moved the
this
chair.
is-
Okay, look at myself. Off script.
And then we get to like edit, right?
I can't wait for you to see edit that because I was like,
I was trying to keep up with it.
I'm always in a hurry.
I think you can maybe be like 10% slower.
I know.
Could you make it a little faster?
It's a little fast, I'm sorry. You're struggling.
It's a little fast.
That was a very long-winded answer.
No,
Sorry, that was a little long-winded.
What do you got? Next 3 hours, you good?
Dios mío, Maria, you're gonna be here till tomorrow. Can you look for synonyms of and? I forgot them.
I mean, I could sit here for the next hour and talk about how great Fiverr is, but I don't want to hog the camera.
Like, I like to be behind the camera.
that was awesome. Do you do a lot of this?
So,
I go into acting, give up the day job, you know.
Yeah.
I did acting, studied with Stella Adler, if you've ever heard of her.
I mentioned I was an opera singer before, right?
Yes.
Ah! Ever goes applause, applause, applause.
oh my God. This light is hot. I feel like a roasted chicken.
Oh, yep. I talk with my eyes.
Let it out. Let it out.
I feel okay if you think you can make it look good.
If we're good, I'm fine.
I think you got it.
Yay!
That was great.
Did it. Is that good? That was good. Okay.
It wasn't bad?
It was good. It's good.
Oh, the smile was okay too?
Hey, is there anything else you want to cover?
No, I want to get out front of this light. I am hot.
All right.
Yeah, not too bad. That was pretty easy.
Was it? Are we done?
Yay!
Thanks for your patience. Appreciate that. Scene.
It's a wrap.
So I just want to close this out by giving our sincere congratulations to all the winners and finalists. Thanks to our generous sponsors. And I want to thank all of you for being here. I also want to thank Sonia for doing a tremendous job as our MC. So what do you all think? Pretty amazing night, right? Some incredible organizations. We kept the energy going, so thank you very much for that. So let's give a final round of applause for all 24 of our finalists. You are truly inspirational.